Well, tomorrow marks the one-year anniversary of this ridiculous show at 5 o'clock. When we started the show a year ago, I think on our first show I did a puzzle. And it was really, the idea was that the news is like a puzzle that fits together to form a bigger picture, but everybody only just talks about these one little piece. Everything is related. Let me bring you back to the story in Massachusetts about Scott Brown's race against Martha Coakley and the Democratic machine. Here's what was said about him by Brian McGregory in the Boston Globe over the weekend. Scott Brown may not share the political values of most of the state and may lack the experience for the U.S. Senate, but remember, Obama doesn't. But let's be honest, his nights probably aren't tied up with Mensa meetings. Oh, so he's just inexperienced, completely out of step with everybody, and then just really stupid. Well, everybody on the right is dumb. Haven't we learned that yet?
There is something that we need to really pay attention to with Glenn Beck. We cannot just dismiss him, because the truth of the matter is that there is a good reason why we have an exemption to the free speech protected by the First Amendment.
You know, the hockey mom, you know, oh, I'm just a hockey mom from Alaska, and, you know, using the, you know, the folksy stuff she learned at the hockey, you know, rink. You know, it's just, it's absurd.
Yes.
The ruling, Mr. President. Oh, I didn't see you there. You caught me mending my fences, one of the many things I do here on the ranch. I'd like to bring to light a terrible thing that liberals are trying to do to you. They're trying to encourage people to vote. We're moving on, Mr. President, we're rolling.
Okay, everybody's stupid, right? Well, I mean, he's not stupid. No. He's a genius. He's brilliant. He's probably the best, smartest president we've ever had. Sarah Palin, dumb as a box of rocks. George Bush, woo, was he stupid. Bill Clinton, Rhodes Scholar, intellectual, in fact. George H.W. Bush, dummy. Dan Quayle, he's an imbecile. He longed to be just stupid. Ronald Reagan, oh, he was practically going potty in his pants. He was so incompetent. Oh, Jimmy Carter, no. He was brilliant. Gerald Ford, a complete, total moron. He couldn't even stand on his own 2 feet. Wow, that's weird. Oh, by the way, Al Gore, nothing like Dan Quayle. No. Brilliant. An entire cross-section of concerned Americans who attended tea parties. Really stupid. Ed Schultz enlightened us about this weekend, as have so many others.
These Tea Partiers, I tell you what, number one, they're not well educated. They're not up on the issues. They've been whipped up into a frenzy.
Okay, notice any kind of pattern? If you're on the left, you're a genius. If you're on the right, dumb as a box of rocks. Martha Coakley isn't being called stupid in Massachusetts as her GOP opponent. Scott Brown is, even though she has suggested this.
The goal was, and the mission in Afghanistan was to go in because we believed that the Taliban was giving harbor to terrorists. We supported that. I supported that goal. They're gone. They're not there anymore.
No terrorist in Afghanistan. How about this one? She misspelled, well, just her own state in one of her campaign ads. Do you remember the campaign? You remember when I misspelled? Notice the extra E here. When I misspelled, what was it? Oligarchy? Because I left the C off, because you can't spell oligarchy without czars. I never heard the end of that. But here, oh no. She also referred to Red Sox legend Curt Schilling as a Yankee fan.
If it weren't so close, Rudy Giuliani wouldn't have come in either. And besides, he's a Yankee fan. I just want people to know.
Yeah, but now Scott Brown is Curt Schilling, okay?
And another Yankee fan.
Schilling?
Yes.
Curt Schilling, a Yankee fan?
No. All right,
Curt
I'm wrong
Schilling,
on my...
The Red Sox great pitcher of the bloody sock?
Well, he's not there anymore.
Oh, okay, so I was wrong. No, she's razor sharp, smart as a whip. Patrick Kennedy couldn't even get her name right over the weekend. Quote, some work needs to be done and this president's in the process of doing it, and we need to get Marcia Coakley to help him do that. Only problem here is her name is Martha. But again, don't confuse that with stupid, even though he did it 3 times. Marcia. Thank you, Jan Brady. It's still sheer intellect on the left. The leftist elitists have been playing this game for a very long time, but the good news is, again, Americans are starting to figure it out. We're on to it. We see that they cheat, and only the ends justify the means. And we see how they play the game. It's played out over and over again. Harry Reid, he's brilliant. He can say something just ridiculous. This isn't Harry Reid. This is the guy who's this is the guy who used to wear the pointy hats. Yeah, well, he's brilliant, and he's not a racist. But this guy? Oh, no. No, he's evil. He's dumb. He's a racist. Yeah, they know Harry's heart. Obama said it himself. Harry is on the right side of history.
This is a good man who has always been on the right side of history. For him to have used some inartful language in trying to praise me, and for people to try to make hay out of that makes absolutely no sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't. I see. So if he's on your side, he can't be wrong. You know, if they're on the right, they can't be right. Trent Lott, he said to his friend Strom Thurmond on his 100th birthday, you would have made a good president. Wow, what a racist comment that is. But saying that about Strom Thurmond, who might have had some racist policies, will get you kicked out of leadership. But voting for a guy who actually wore the pointy hood, no, that's not racist. No, he's on the right side of history. We've never listened to the intellectuals when it came to politics, the professors in our society. We never listened to them until the progressives came along. We always figured that it was better to put somebody in office who actually had done something than just theorized about doing it. Let me ask you this. If you have really complicated something going on in your brain and you need brain surgeons, do you want somebody who stands at a chalkboard and theorizes about brain surgery? Or are you going to hire somebody who's actually performed brain surgery? Yeah, that's what I thought. Thomas Sowell is actually an intellectual who has been fighting these progressives for a very long time. Here he is debating Francis Fox Piven of Cloward and Piven fame.
Black people have never supported, for example, affirmative action, quotas, anything of that sort. Wherever polls have been taking a black opinion on such matters of should people be paid equally or should there be this or that, black people have never taken a position that you described. So it is not a question of what black people chose to do. It's what you choose to put in the mouths of black people. It is what you choose to project. It is not what any black people have ever said anywhere that you can put your finger on.
It's what you choose to put into the mouth of the pollsters, as far as I can see. Look at the leadership of the black community.
Like most people, I have never seen a pollster.
Yeah, but listen to the white intellectual. Thomas Sowell has a brand new book out. I started reading it this weekend. It exposes the game. I want you to hear it from him next.